could still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go.
Okay, good afternoon. So today, once again, this subject has come up once more, and I have made a video on this once before. And you know what? I think I need to make sure that people understand where I'm coming from. The previous video I did about transgender women in women's sports, I'm pretty sure I wasn't quite correct on everything, because I have done more research. I'm not an expert still, but I've done more research into what it is that I was trying to convey, and I may not have conveyed that quite the way that I should have. But let's get this all straight, because I have some complaints today about people who are stating that Lia Thompson is, or Thomas, I don't really want to get her name correct, Lia Thomas. I don't want to get her name incorrect, so I believe it's Lia Thompson. And she's a transgender athlete, and she's competing at the university, or was competing at the University of Pennsylvania in swimming and diving. And people were saying that transgender athletes, specifically this young lady, is a threat to women's sports. And this is coming from, I saw this Instagram baller alert, and this keeps getting reposted by D.L. Hughley. To sidebar this, or just on a side note, D.L. Hughley is an advocate for black rights, people's rights, all that good stuff, and that's great, and I applaud him for that. But I have to say that he is completely 100% dropping, and has dropped the ball. Any of these people that are celebrities that are continuing to help push this narrative that trans people are a threat or harming women's sports or doing anything to harm society, and not standing up and saying things like, hey, I'm just posting this because someone else posts this, what do you guys think? No, that's not what's happening. They're posting these things, these celebrities or these large Instagram accounts, YouTube accounts and whatnot, are posting these things to stir up shit with the trans community and cis community, and that's just bullshit. They should take the time, since they want to be out there, and push these things out there and repost stupid stuff from other accounts or social media accounts, or people that have social media accounts, instead of standing up and saying, hey, this is what these people are saying, I don't believe in this, or this isn't right. Treat everyone the same. Treat, no matter what, transgender, gay, straight, it doesn't matter. Everyone needs to be treated the same, have the same rights as anyone else. No, these people are not a threat to anyone's anything. But that's not what's being said. They're just pushing this stuff out there and causing harm, actual harm to people. So to get back on the subject, are female athletes being threatened? Are their sports threatened by transgender athletes? Well, first off, you have to look, there's trans males and trans females. No one has, as far as I know so far, I could be wrong, please someone, if I am incorrect, please feel free to leave me a message down in the description, in the comments, to tell me that I'm wrong, and I will correct it, or at least have the proper information. But I haven't seen anywhere where they're saying that trans male athletes are negatively affecting or threatening cis male sports. Haven't seen it. If you got something, send me a link so I can look it up, and I'll do some more research. But as soon as someone transitions from male to female, there's a problem. Everyone's up in arms, they're losing their shit. Specifically people who don't play in don't participate in female sports, that are cis females who don't care about sports in any way, shape, or form, and never have, or just complaining, or males who don't play sports, don't know anything about sports, or are just religious nut jobs, or have their own ideals about what they think something should be, or the way they think something should be, those are people who are complaining. But none of these people ever have any of the facts on their side. They're just complaining and bitching about something that doesn't affect them. Ask any of them if a trans female playing any sport affects them in any way. And you'll get the whole narrative of, well, DNA and hormones and trans. They have nothing. And I've tried on Instagram, D.O. Hughley's Instagram page specifically, since he posted this nonsense about Lia Thomas. And I said to them, hey, anyone who wants to come to my channel or anybody else's channel, I'll come to your channel if you have a YouTube channel, and debate or discuss facts on transgender athletes. Any facts. Come on. I mean, full disclosure, like I said, I'm a nurse. I've worked in a clinic with transgender individuals where I was setting up for their surgeries, setting them up for psychological counseling, setting them up with their labs, their injections for HRT. I did all that stuff. And I was very apprehensive about it when I first started doing it because I didn't have a lot of experience with people who were transgender, and I still had some biases even though I was helping these people. I mean, I didn't really care. It was their health care, but I still kind of sort of inside had a few biases and things that I just didn't understand. But with time, now I understand that you just have to let people be who they are and who they want to be and leave them alone. But people are so bigoted, specifically religious people. And people of color are really bigoted towards transgender people. You would think that people of color who have been marginalized for hundreds of years would say, hey, that's not right. Let's get behind them and help transgender LGBTQ people in around the world, because the negative things that are being put out there about them and said are harmful, and there's actual real harm. People are getting killed or beaten. There's actual harm being done, but these people don't seem to care because they just want to get their narrative out there so that they can get people to click and like and all that stuff, and they don't care who they hurt. And black people, I'm telling you, stop doing that, because not too long ago, a lot of you now are saying, oh, it's a threat to women's sports. Well, white people thought we were a threat to the power structure of this country because we black people weren't smart enough to vote or to have specific jobs or certain jobs or go places. We were a threat to white power. And for hundreds of years, they stopped us from having freedom, from voting, to be able to come and go as we please, anything. But we fought for those rights that we finally got, just barely finally got, and they're still kind of in threat of being taken away from us. If you don't believe me, just women's right to bodily autonomy. Just look up Roe versus Wade. But we fought for that so that we can have the right to do the same things that everyone else does. But here we still, once again, have people of color fighting, literally putting their knees on the neck of the LGBTQ community to stop them from doing what? Stop them from doing what? Living the same thing that white people did to us and still are kind of doing to us, the ones in power? Stopping us from doing things, just living our everyday lives, doing the same shit that everybody else does. I'll say we, because I'm part of the African American community, we are sitting here with our knees on their necks, stopping them from doing the same shit that we bitched about for over 400 years and still complaining about. We're trying to stop them from doing and having the same rights as we do. Who the fuck are we to do that? Who are we to do that? We're nobody. We should be helping them. And anyone that we see is struggling with civil rights and human rights, people of color should be the first ones to jump up and say that's not happening and have their backs. But that's not what we're doing for some strange reason. So once again, I offer to anyone who feels that transgender athletes are a threat to anyone's sport, put something down in the comments. Let's have that discussion. Come on to my channel. Let's have the discussion. I'll come to your channel. Let's have the discussion. Anyone who can give me any threat, just tell me what the specific threat to women's sports, transgender athletes are causing. What is the specific threat? Comments down below. Tell me what the specific threat is to women's sports by having a trans woman in that sport. Tell me what the threat is. And if you're going to say they're just doing it so that they can have an advantage, an unfair advantage over women, still not true. Because Lia Thomas, specifically her, she placed first in the 500-yard, I think it was a 500-yard freestyle. But, however, she placed 5th in the 200-yard freestyle and 8th in the 100-yard freestyle. And the 500-yard freestyle, which everyone's like, oh, well, she just dominated. No, she didn't. She won by less than a second. She took first place by less than a second. So that's not dominating. That's called barely effing winning. So that's not the case. So if that's what you're going to say, save your fingers from the typing, because I'm not even going to go there, because you're just being a moron. Someone, whoever it is, wants to be brave enough to bring it. Tell me what the threat, the specific threat is. Tell me the specific, not some fantasy shit you're going to come up with, the specific threat to women's sports that a trans female is placing upon cisgendered women's sports. Let me know what you got to say down in the comments. I'm more than happy to have a discussion with anyone. Please, no BS. I don't want to hear your proselytizing. I don't want to hear anything that's non-scientific. I want scientific facts, or facts, verifiable, something that everyone who watches this can go back, look at your facts, read those facts, and then have something to say about them. If that's not what you're going to do, don't waste your time or mine. Because I only want to have an honest, genuine conversation about what specifically is the threat to women's sports by having a transgender athlete. Comment down below. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Thank you for joining me once again. And by all means, please do not forget to be the best heathens that you can be. And have a great day.